record, but there we go.
Okay. Yeah. Hi guys. It is Monday, March 14th. Welcome to tonight's team call. I want to start this call off by recognizing two people. First, Shelby, she achieved silver, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't remember if we said that last week. I think because we had the guest, we didn't. So congratulations. And Moya hit executive. So double congratulations, guys. Good job. Tell us about like the journey to get there, Shelby. What was it like?
Yeah, like I just knew that I needed to hit it this month because I had a big month in December or January, and like I didn't want that to go to waste, all those points. So I definitely needed to hit it this month. Most of the sales were like made through my family. So now is the time I really need to start like, you know, my real breakthrough, I guess, to reach more customers.
Well, I think that's
and
great,
more partners.
Though. Like,
yeah.
Tell us about what it was like what's the biggest lesson you learned? And like leveraging like family is important because of course, like you're going to start with health with somewhere, you want it to be your family, right? You care about them. So
absolutely.
Tell us about like what gave you the courage to kind of reach out to people in your family, and what's like the biggest takeaway you got from this achievement?
Yeah, I think like getting to a point of comfort and in the confidence that you have behind the products, like really fully believing in them is really important. If you have any doubt at all, then and specific questions, then, reach out to Mike and have a conversation about what that doubt may be, because once you can overcome any doubts, then that's when you can really do this more authentically and with courage, because you fully stand behind the product. So I had some questions about the water filter. Like I had the Berkey before this, so I needed a little bit of convincing about why this filter was the best. Like, microplastics, it sits in a basin of plastic. So, when you have customers or people come at you with questions like this, and it makes you doubt the product, or it makes you doubt, stuff like that. So just getting clarity on all of its safety. Like Mike sent me like this full comprehensive testing report that Nikan does, like that tests like microplastics and all of that stuff, and like the alkalinity of the water.
On the website?
It might be on the website, honestly. I didn't even
one page, right?
Let me just open it. I think it was longer than a page.
Because I don't know if I have that, and that would be really good for all of us to have.
Waterfall test data. Yeah, no, it's way longer than a page. It's like a full report of I'll send it in the Sovereign Life.
Send it in the tools. Send it in our tools chat. That would be okay. Great.
Yeah, so I think like just knowing that the products work is a huge factor, and knowing that they're the best, out there, so that you can actually promote them and reach out to people from a really confident place. And yeah, it's just like connecting with people in person. Like, when you have a conversation with somebody, try to incorporate something about the business or something about the products, because we always have them on us, whether it's the water bottle or the necklace or the MagFlex, because, we have a sore back that day, or the insoles. Like most of the time we have one of the products on us. So yeah, I think I need to really start reaching out and broadening my network of people. Right now, I do feel like I'm kind of in a box and I need to break out of that box. But yeah, I'm stoked that I have invested and I've been able to, and I've been, fortunate enough to be able to invest in the products for myself and to turn my home into a wellness home. And then also to share it with my family too. Like my niece, who's only 4 years old, has juvenile arthritis, and she doesn't sleep at night. So my boyfriend, like who's her godfather, got her the sleep system. So it's like he was able to do that for her for her health. So she's already like sleeping better.
Wow.
So yeah, we just installed it on her bed over
share
the
that
weekend.
on tomorrow's call. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, she was only up like one time last night. I have to check in
how often,
like every day. Yeah, before she would be waking up like 3 or 4 times a night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so exciting things. I'm excited to kind of keep going and see where this all kind of goes or can go, you know, like I do feel like there's a huge opportunity in our generation. And it's kind of just like having the resources to um promote, like the water video that your dad sent today, like that was perfect for social media, you know. So
Yeah, and
it
you guys
doesn't.
can reuse what I share as well.
Exactly,
I've
yeah.
got
And I
one.
think,
I've got a video coming up for the ladies for the bag flags.
oh, perfect,
So
yeah.
you guys can use that as well.
Yeah,
But
just like
yeah,
leveraging each other's, you know,
yeah.
skills, strengths,
And
and
using my dad,
resources.
I think that was
Hmm.
really good that you mentioned. And I want to remind everybody of that. Use my dad. Like he is there for you, especially with like Ellen and Sophia not being here. If they're your sponsors, like my dad is at your every beck and call. So just
Hmm.
like, I mean, which is honestly unusual. Like not many people get that, but he's willing to put the time in if you're willing to put the time in. So use him, book calls with him.
Yeah,
Um,
one
Shelby,
thing I'll note, like that, and like this is coming from a place that, you know, I didn't know Mike before 6 months ago. Like I met him at the wellness event that Sophia, Elena, and Savannah threw, where I think I met Zach briefly and Rose as well. Well, I remember you from that event. So um yeah, like I felt first awkward reaching out to Mike because I was like, okay, this guy is like so successful. Well, he doesn't have time for this. But he really, like, you can tell why he's successful because he makes time for it. And like this is his priority, right? So he's always going to make time for this. Like this is why he is so successful. So and I think that's a lesson for me is like I need to start making more time for it. Like, you know, it's I think most of us here, or, you know, we I'm not treating this like a full-time job, obviously, right? Like most of us have full-time jobs, or we have other priorities. We're in school or whatever. We have kids, like some sort of commitment that we have to give our time to. So um yeah, like how can we put in the effort without putting in the hours? Like it's all about that, you know, the law of least resistance, and the law of least effort, and just having it flow, and it's part of our lifestyle. So how can we share it
thanks,
as
Shelby.
part of, yeah. So I'll stop talking.
No, that was great. There was a lot of insights in that. And what about you, Moya? What was like, just sum up your like biggest lesson and how you did it.
Yeah, like definitely piggybacking on what Shelby was saying and definitely reaching out to Mike. That helped. For me, it was a lot of like getting out of my own head and getting out of my own way. So it was a lot of self-doubt and
Getting
not
out of your
feeling,
own way.
yes, and I feeling like I was surrounded by not the greatest people in terms of like my network. Very a lot of people who I know, I feel like they're in that lack mindset, scarcity mindset. So when you bring certain opportunities to them, it's kind of like this is unusual for me. So getting out of my head in that and not letting that affect me, but really reaching out to Mike was a game changer. And just like Shelby I felt like he's so successful, he doesn't have the time for me, but he really truly cares, and he just will be there to help you if you want to work. So yeah, I love the fact that I reached out to him. He helped me just kind of get my mind straight back onto where I'm headed and like focus on the goal and reminding myself to use the law of attraction and know that whatever I set my mind to is gonna happen. Yeah, and like yeah, just pushing myself. Like I had to push past that terror barrier, and yeah, I did. So I'm excited for the next few months and see how I'm gonna grow even more.
Awesome. Thank you. So from that being said, this month we have a big opportunity with the water. How has that been going for you guys? Have you guys been promoting the sale so far? What's the feedback been like? Who have you reached out to?
I followed up with someone I had on the call before with my ABC with Mike, and like she initially wanted to invest in a product but just didn't have the means to. And I told her like, hey, like we have the option of the half off now, and if she knew someone. So I didn't really follow up since then. I will follow up this week to double check. We were spoken like on Friday or so. So I'll definitely follow up. But I've been just promoting it kind of like I've seen conversations on like Twitter or Instagram, people are talking about water or like what they use in their homes. So I've been like mentioning it here and there, just kind of getting myself out there. someone said they were looking for a water bottle, so I kind of like popped in my video of like the my water bottle and letting him know, okay, this is what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
having it in there, but not being as direct as I guess I should be, but kind of letting the conversations flow too. So
Awesome. Great. Yeah. So what I was going to say with that is, remember the sale is buy one, get one 50% off. So I like to promote it as, hey, split the cost with a friend. Each of you pays 75% of that total amount, or you know, gift it for someone that you love. Gift it to somebody that, you know, would appreciate this. It's also another thing I would say, reach out to anyone, like reach out to customers who have bought from you. Why is this important? Is because if they bought it and they're using it, they love it. And if they love it, then, you know, they probably know someone else that loves it. And when you love something, you want to recommend it to people. So I've reached out to every person who I know who's ever bought in a waterfall or like any water product from me and said, hey, like, just so you know, we're doing this sale right now. If you know anyone who, you know, loves your product, your system, and wants one, we have this deal going on. So make sure you reach out to people. Don't be shy to let them know. They're never going to know unless you tell them. So reach out. And then, yeah, the splitting 50-50, things like that. You guys can also use the things I've posted, like I just screenshot the like what it says, and I'll just, or online. Do you guys know where to find the specials, by the way, on your website?
no, not on my site.
Not on your website. So when you go on products, you'll see home, right? And you see the categories like environment, nutrition, all that. Underneath home, you'll see special, it's like special something. And right there is all the specials. So that's where whenever there's promotions, specials for the months, things like that, you'll find it in that section. So that's where you'll find all the water promo, things like that. And I've like literally screenshotted that on my phone and posted that with like a link, or if I want someone to inquire, then I won't post the link and I'll tell them to DM me or a poll, things like that, right? So yeah, that's an option. What else?
Is that on filters too? The buy one, get one?
No, not the filters. It's just the systems. Yeah. But filters, auto ship is always available. So I like, what I honestly do is I like to help the customer, and I tell them, if you're placing your order, you might as well just buy an extra filter right now, and we'll get you set up on auto ship like later, so that you don't have to buy filters every like 3 months, you know, instead like save shipping, buy every 6 months or every year. If you want to just, like, one of my customers literally bought everything for the entire year, so she didn't need to place another order for that specific system. So yeah, depending on what the customer wants, I'm starting to like learn more about doing what the customer wants. And like, because with sales, it is kind of hard sometimes not to be pushy, or not to, you know, when we follow up, to like be like nagging in that way. And so learning how to just do what the customer wants and just trust that it'll all work out, because we are at the end of the day of service. And sometimes with sales, it's easy to get lost in that, because you know, you're like at a budget or a pressure or something like that. But just, you know, as Moya was saying too, just trust the flow of things, just put your intention out there and trust that it'll all work out. So yeah, that's where it's at. For training tonight, I was thinking of just talking to you guys about how I keep track of my customer orders. So it's really important to follow up with your customers. Key points that I would say is, when they place an order with you, you want to track their item. So note the day that they place it, note that it will likely be coming in the next week. Let them know that you'll follow up with them to confirm that the order's in. And if it's a water system, make sure that you send them the video on how to set up the water. If they bought a sport bottle, make sure you let them know, filter it out twice before using it. Let them know about the auto ship. So what Nikan's done is, I'm pretty sure now once a customer places an order, at the bottom it'll see place an auto ship order, and you can right ahead go and do that with them, so that the filters can just be coming in like consistently. So because you have to have an account for them to do the auto ship, so that's why I think it happens after you place the order. So there's that. And I'm gonna say, yeah, just like when their order comes in, follow up with them even like a week after, like, hey, how, or a few days later, a week after, hey, how are you enjoying it? See if it's helped them, if it was like a magnetic thing, if it's like an injury, something like that, right? Just make sure that you're following up with your customers, because that's also how you get repeated sales. You get repeated sales and you get people inquiring when they know, oh, okay, I have this back office I can scroll through and look at other products, or yeah, just give them that information. What else? And replacements. So what I do is every time somebody places an order with me, I write down their name and their customer ID. If I created the password for them, then I write down their password, or I ask them. Sometimes customers just want you to like place an order for them. So I'll do that. I'll have that on file and I'll be able to log in and get it ready for them. We also have, why don't I show you guys how to create a link? Because I'm guessing not everyone knows how to create your own link, right? So this is what we can do now for customers. So Shelby, give me a customer order.
Just like anyone, the thermomix.
Just a
Thermomix.
random, just say a customer is placing an order with you. I share my screen. Customer is placing an order with you, and what do they want?
The thermal mitts and the insoles, or do they just get one?
What'd you say?
Those thermal mitts, I think they're in limited time offer, those ones.
Thermal mitts. Is that the ones that I have? Those
Yeah.
They're so good.
I really
Guys,
want
it really worked. Okay, so look, what do you see what I did? So I clicked create link. I'm gonna create link and I'm gonna title it order for Shelby. Cart link. So if they're just going straight to the cart, I'll do cart link. Continue. And then you said thermal mitts.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Well, you just do something easy.
that's special offers, by the way. So go thermal gloves. Oh, it's not here, it looks like. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Okay. So I'm going to add to cart. Let's say they're small. And then what else are we getting them? So I added it to the link.
And then the insoles.
And then insoles. So we'll go here. I think it's on relaxation. So let's do the M steps. And we're going to add to the link. And then I'm going to go save my new link. So I save my link. Now I have this order for Shelby. So I can copy the link and I can. And that's what a customer will see. So right now we see it as, oh, okay, that's weird. I don't know why it shows the filter. It usually doesn't do that. But basically you can create a cart for them. So that's a way you can do that. Another thing that you can do, I'm just going to delete this, but you see how I have all these links here. So I have waterfall promo. So I created a link for that. So whenever I'm sending it to somebody, I literally send them that and it brings them straight to this page so they can take a look. So the way I did this is instead of doing create cart, I did, so cart link, I did product page. So I did like water and name it whatever you want. And then I clicked on create category link. So now that is of the waterfall system. And when I log in or send somebody the link, it'll go to the page so they can look at the page and the products. And Shelby, what I was asking you is it this? Because there's the fact sheet and this is.
Oh yeah, no, it's something more technical. Like it's actually like data from a testing. Yeah, I'll send it now.
Yeah, send that to us. That'll be great to have. I thought I saw something else, but yeah. So Any questions? It's pretty simple, straightforward.
Is the create link button there as soon as we log into our office? Yeah. Okay.
So that's one thing that you can do to make it easier for people. What else? Yeah, so keep track of, so what I do is right now I have it in my notes, but there's actually an app. I'll let you guys tell you it now. It was actually created for network marketing specifically. I haven't looked at it yet, but my dad shared it with me today. It's called Contact Mapping. So it looks like, do you see that yellow button right there? Yellow. It looks like that. It's called Contact Mapping. And apparently it makes it really easy to keep track of your customers. So that's one thing that you can use as a tool. Another thing that you can use as a tool is, so in order for tracking people's customer orders, there's an app called Shop. And for me, it's linked to my email. So right now we're not getting customer emails. Usually we do. And when we do, I get it sent through me, but it's called Shop. It looks like that. And what you can do is you just like add the tracking number of your customer's order to the app, and it'll notify you when their order comes in. So if you want to keep track of when their order is coming in, that's another thing that you can do. And what else? I usually write down the day that they place the order with me. So if it's a water product specifically, I write the day that they place the order and when they need a follow-up. So let's say they got a water system and they got one filter. I know that they won't need another filter for 6 months. So I'll likely reach out to them in 5 months about the water specifically and say, not to say I'm not talking to them at all in between that, but I'll reach out to them when it comes to that, month, that time specifically, and say, let's get you on auto ship. We have a program, you'll save 10%. And I usually let them know that ahead of time. But yeah, I'll keep track of what they ordered, so I know how long it will be until I need to replace their filters with them. And then that's like pretty much it for that. Are you guys keeping track of your points? So
I can't see the actual number. Like I only see the bars and the charts, but I don't see an actual, like before you would able to see like you have
the number is on the side. If you're looking at it on your phone, you may not be able to see it.
no on my phone.
Then I would call customer service and tell them that there's a problem.
Okay. Cool.
Because yeah, whenever there's something going wrong, just call customer service. Right now they're still going through those things. They finally got a hold of the glitch because we went through it with them and with the IT team, and they figured out what was the problem with the 403 like card error. So that should be dealt with for good. But yeah, anything else in that regard, like call customer service, tell them what's going on. And for points tracking, what I meant by that is, so like I'm right, like for example, for me, my goal has been to have Team Kaizen, right? So I keep track of my monthly requirements, making sure I'm hitting all those marks. Do you guys want me to go over what the marks are?
Yeah.
Okay. So Club Ki is 100 ppv each month, 2000 PGBV each month, and a total, I'm not sure what the 12,000 ppv is. Oh, I think 12,000 ppv total. So in 3 months, you need 12,000 ppv. Every month for the 3 months, you need at least 100 ppv. In total for the month, you need 2,000 PGPV. So that's including your downline. And in total for the 3 months, you need 12,000 PGPV. 50% of that retail. So I keep track of I do January, February, March, and I'm like, okay, I want this amount in retail and I want this amount in PGPV and I want this total, and I keep track of that. So I know where I'm at. So I know how much I need right now in order to get KI for using the periods January, February, March. So that's an example in that way. For Team Kaizen, it's 50,000 PGPV total for the entire year. So for the 12 months, 500 PPV per month at least. 4,000 PGPV. So 4,000 PGPV is not a requirement per month. I just made that a goal. You can make up for it here and there, obviously, with different, like depending on what you do, but the actual requirements are 50,000 PGPV total in the year, 500 PPV per month. Actually, I don't know if 500 PPV per month is a requirement. I might have just put that on there. But you can find all that information on the website as well. And I think my dad's probably posted it in the group chat or in SL Tools. And then the other requirement is, so for every quarter, every 3 months, you need 5,000 PGPV total. So I keep track, okay, January, I hit that, I hit the requirements that I needed. So I'm good for this quarter and doing it like that. So I would keep track of those if you have specific goals in terms of advancing rank, hitting incentives, things like that. I would keep track of that. And other than that, let's see what else. Yeah, what did you guys think of the feedback of, let's get some feedback from from our call with Veronica last week. What did you guys feel, learn? For those that weren't there, did you watch it? It's really valuable, so I highly recommend watching it. But yeah, for those that were there, tell us about what you experienced, what value you got from it.
I like the fact that she said that acknowledging that she has her own power, and that even if someone doesn't want to work directly with her, if they're working with her team, it's still a win all around. So I like that she kind of removed herself from that, I guess removing her ego from that equation. I like the fact that she, like, again, it was like respectful of her time. I feel like with me, I feel like I was in the beginning trying to just talk to anyone and not realizing that they didn't really, or maybe shouldn't have been a part of the team. So
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, I respect my time. I know who I'm going to work with, and then whoever shows up, I'm going to work with them. So yeah, that
was a big lesson for me too. I definitely give my time way too much, and I'm like, really just need to work with people who want to work with you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of the few things I took back from that call.
Hi. I just wanted to say that I really adored her approach to things and the way that she is very direct, and she won't coddle you, and she will allow you to kind of emerge as your own sort of entrepreneur in person in business. And I like her personality too. Yeah, she was just so straightforward and to the point and clear and concise. One of the things that I really took away from her was the fact that, like, she doesn't work well with everyone, and that's everyone's like that. Everyone doesn't work well with everyone. It happens. And she's okay with rejection. And I think that's what actually catapulted her to success, is her lack of fear of rejection over time. And she was able to overcome that and not kind of
She had fear
let
of
that hinder her.
She had fear of rejection, from what I remember. The biggest thing that helped her with that, she said, was community and having leadership. And she actually pointed out my dad specifically. She said having my dad was the biggest thing that got her to where she was, because she really relied on my dad for like ABCs and just, you know, getting him to come speak, share his story, learn what he's doing. So I think it also goes to testament that we really do have somebody to like look at and really take in what they're doing seriously and take their time seriously. I got that, even though I've had my dad around me like all the time. I got that feedback from that for sure.
Yeah, and it's not that she didn't fear rejection, is that over time she was able to overcome that fear. And like whether it took months, years, it doesn't really matter, because when she reached that point to not be fearful of people not being accepted of her or her business or the products or anything like that, she was able to catapult herself to success quite well. And I definitely admire that about her.
Yeah, I think also one of the biggest things that I want to mention is what she was talking about, the 4 groups, because that's what helped her get into the like not wasting her time. Is she told the people that were joining her team, there's 4 categories that you can be in. What do you want to be in? And that is a user, someone who builds a wellness home and has the discount because they're building a wellness home. You know, it's not just like, let me sign up, get a discount on product. And there's the salespeople, people who want to sell the product here and there, make a little bit of income, but not really interested in inviting others. And there's the small business. So people that invite others, but they're not that committed to the business, meaning they don't really show up to the trainings, the calls, they're always busy. Then there's those people. And then there's the big business people. Those are the people that really build, they want to grow independent, have financial freedom. They show up to all the meetings, they ask for training, that. And what I really loved about this is because she calls them like so small businesses, right? She calls them happy silvers because they're okay with where they are. You don't put pressure on them. You don't have to do anything. They're happy with it and they're still part of the business. They're still operating it just in their own way. And it really just accepts where people are at, but in a way where she clearly identifies with the people when they first start, like, what do you want to be? What are you being holding yourself accountable to? If you want to be just a salesperson and you want to run a business, that's fine. You don't have to, right? But just decide what you want to be in. So she outlines that, and I thought that was really, really important. And then along with that, she said, like, don't do training with everyone. That also exceeds your time. Like when you're exhausting yourself when you're doing a training with everyone, but not everyone needs a training. Only the people that actually want to build a business need a training. The other people don't. So, or like different types of trainings, right? It's a different kind of training. So, yeah, I think those were some really good takeaways. Does anyone else want to speak on it? If you haven't watched it, again, I highly recommend. It was honestly probably one of our most valuable calls. Watch that episode. That was good. Yeah. I think for the rest of the call, I mean, I was going to talk about maybe like just paradigms and, but maybe we can do that next week. I think let's just get into Shelby's leadership segment. Unless anyone has any questions about something, now's the time. If not, then Shelby, take us away.
Okay, so I'm just going to get my presentation on the screen and then share my screen. So just a sec. Share where? Oh, share screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen right now?
No.
No? Share.
No, not yet. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, love it. This is so cute.
Okay. So my my leadership segment today is about we're going to practice yoga mudras and a little bit of breath work. And then after this, we can either meditate together or we can just go off into our own meditation, because we'll be in a really nice relaxed state for that. So in yoga, mudras are specific like hand symbols. They're gestures that help facilitate the flow of energy within our bodies, and it can affect one's mood. And when practiced together with breath work or pranayama, it can really like deeply instill a deep state of relaxation. So a lot of you are probably familiar with this mudra. This is called Anjali mudra. And it's practiced at the beginning and at the end of yoga, and sometimes at the end of a sun salutation. And this hand gesture is frequently, it's used in yoga. And this is just one example. This is probably the most well-known mudra, is this one right here, prayer hands, or Anjali mudra, that's the Sanskrit name for it. This is really popular too. So we're going to go into that. So what mudras are? They're an outward expression of one's inward intentions. So every mudra has a meaning and a purpose. So it is said that meditating on specific ones can help manifest certain hopes, energies, or devotions into your life, and even help with healing the physical body through intention in this ancient practice. Mudras have been practiced for like hundreds of years, or probably even thousands of years. So they're well known and simple to do while meditating. And before we start practicing yoga mudras, we can cleanse our hands by, this is like an energetic washing your hands by rubbing them together to generate some heat. And after about 10 times, you are ready to practice yoga mudras. So we're gonna go over 3 different ones tonight. So the first one, Gyan mudra, which is the mudra of knowledge. This is, you see Buddha, all the Buddha statues doing this. So it's your thumb tip to your index fingertip, and you extend the remaining fingers, keeping them straight, and your hands should feel light and relaxed, like it's not a lot of force. So the benefits of this one: helping relax, improving your ability to concentrate, and it can help with sleeping. So the next one is
That really works. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, wait, my body feels heavy.
Yeah. So this, like the intention of doing this while in meditation, it really helps get into a deep state, a meditative state. So Prithvi mudra is your ring tip to the thumb tip. And this is the mudra of earth. So every finger represents a different element. So we're going to go into that later. But Prithvi mudra is the tip of your ring finger to the tip of your thumb, extending the other one straight. And that this is the mudra of earth, because your ring finger is the element of earth. And this improves digestion, helps with skin, reduces hair loss, can balance the earth element in your body. And prana mudra is the healing mudra of life. And it's the pinky tip, the ring fingertip brought together with your thumb tip and extending the other 2 straight. And this can improve your immunity, bring energy and balance to the body, can help with high blood pressure and blood circulation. So there is a mudra to help with healing. So if you have you want a liver congestion, or if you have some sort of something in your health that you want to improve, then you can find the mudra that corresponds to that, and with intention, hold that mudra and meditate with the intention to heal. So these are the fingers that represent the 5 elements. So Jal mudra, we did Prithvi mudra together, Akash mudra, Vayu mudra, and Anji mudra. So those are just 5, and so with these you practice. So we saw Prithvi mudra with the ring finger tip and the thumb tip. Well, this is another mudra when you hold your pinky finger down. It's called something else, but it's just to note that the hand gestures are subtle, very subtle because this and this have different meaning and can help with different whatever you're focusing on. So going into a little bit of breath work, we're going to practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So this technique basically places the body into a deep state of relaxation. It can help deplete the body of all oxygen, and it can help improve sleep, anxiety, depression, stress levels when practiced regularly, and can also help prepare you for a nice deep meditation. So if we want to pick a mudra, if you had a favorite, and we'll start the breathing technique. So let's just take a moment to just start becoming aware of the inhale and exhale of our breath. We'll just take a few moments to
What was
just
the last
breathe.
one, Shelby? Was it this one?
Yes, yeah, that was healing. That was for like immunity.
And then
Prana mudra, Prithvi mudra is earth for
Right.
digestion, skin and hair. And then Gyan
oh,
mudra is for relaxation, helping to concentrate, and can help with sleep.
cool. Got mine.
Okay. So we'll just start to become aware of our breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and just noticing how our chest rises and falls. And then on your next inhale and your exhale, exhale through your mouth and making a whoosh sound, like so we're going to start, and we're going to close our mouth and inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Hold for 7. Exhale through the mouth for a count of 8. Making a whooshing sound. So we're going to do that again for at least 5 breaths. So close your mouth and inhale for a count of 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for a count of 8, really depleting all of the oxygen in your lungs, chest, belly. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. So I'll just stop talking and let you all do that. So this is a gentle and easy breathwork practice that you can turn to anytime you feel stressed or anxiety. It's so simple. Just 4, 7, 8, 3 little numbers to remember. Breathwork is a tool that, again, has been used for centuries to help relax the body and the mind and to prepare for meditation. When I do breath work before I meditate, it brings me to a whole new place. I would love to know how you guys feel after practicing that, or if you have any questions about yoga mudras, or breath work.
That was very calming and peaceful. I enjoyed that.
Thank you. I'm glad.
I love that, Shelby. I think it's really important to remember, like, to take time towards your mental and emotional health, especially when running a business. I think running a business is one of the most stressful things. And like, it's not easy being an entrepreneur at all. I think it's the hardest job that you can have. And I love that. I'm definitely going to use that. I think it'd be cool to do more of that. And, maybe for our next event, Shelby, you can run a little yoga mudra for us.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, breath work is amazing. You guys, like, if you're curious, look into it. This is a simple one that you can practice, like I said, anytime, 4-7-8. There are so many different breath work practices. This one's really easy and I love it. So
Do you
practice it.
use this when you like, do you use this at certain times? Like, how has this practice helped you with your business?
Yeah, like it helps me with managing stress, I would say, in everyday life, not just related directly towards the business. It just kind of helps me get clear once I meditate on, the way forward, what I'm supposed to do next. Sometimes our minds, we get too caught up in our minds and we don't forget to just like check in and recalibrate with our center. So this helps do that. Meditating is really important. I need to do it more. I know how powerful it is, and I have experienced how powerful it is. It just takes self-discipline, and that's what yoga is all about, is having the self-discipline. And we can probably say that for a lot of different areas in our life,
Yeah,
including the business.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Does anyone else want to say anything else before we close up? Look, we're early.
Just want to
Yeah,
say
no,
thank
I
you
like
so
that.
much, Shelby. Oh, sorry, Zach.
You're welcome.
No, it's good. I gotta take a nap now. It's relaxing. It's nice to do something like that on a Monday. Stressed out. Just
Yeah,
chill out.
Yeah.
Really nice.
good to practice that.
Okay, everyone. Anjali Mudra, thank you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you.
I love that.
The light in me sees and honors the light in you.
Thank you.
Aw.
I encourage you. I took some clips on my phone. I'll send them in the group chat. I encourage you guys to post it because it's really beautiful to share, not just the business of what we do, but the community that we're building. And I love this. So before we wrap up, has everyone gone yet has everyone in this chat gone for the presentations?
I think we all have except Sam. I'm not sure though.
Sam, you did the immunity, right? The ions. Or no,
That was Alicia, I think.
Alicia. Sam did something
Right.
that I think she did negative ions.
Oh, I could be wrong. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I think we all went.
All right. Who should we volunteer? I'm gonna volunteer Kyla.
Yeah.
I'll let her know. She's being voluntold.
Perfect.
The first voluntold. All right, then. We'll have a beautiful week, guys. Theon, tomorrow's call. I don't have anything planned. We're probably just gonna do the same thing with the testimonials. Does anyone have anyone coming?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna touch base, but I think I have a prospect coming tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay.
Mhm.
And please come to it, people. It's good to have good faces and to share your experiences. So yeah. All right. And Shelby, share yours. That's amazing.
Yeah, I will.
You
I
can even
will.
get your somebody else. I don't know if they want to, but if you can get someone else to share the story, that'd be even more powerful.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask if he would be down. I think he would be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right,
Have a good
well,
night.
lovely evening,
Everyone.
guys.
Good night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Well, see you tomorrow.
Bye.